underway here. I was a little bit late getting started. I apologize for that. Anyway, so today we are going to be playing Naya Midrange. So the idea behind this deck, this was originally it's somebody, a friend in the Discord threw out the idea of Yasharn and Terror of the Peaks, because what it does is effectively gives Terror of the Peaks hexproof, because you have to pay life in order to target Terror of the Peaks, but Yasharn says that people can't pay life. So that combination together produces a Terror of the Peaks that's really hard to get rid of, which is kind of ideal. Yes, Duo Cat, I was a little bit late. Sorry about that. And thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate you. So Terror of the Peaks, Yasharn Implacable Earth produces a Terror of the Peaks that's really hard to deal with, and a Terror of the Peaks that's really hard to deal with oftentimes wins games. So the other thing about Yasharn is that when you play Yasharn, you search your library for a basic forest and basic plains card, put them into your hand. So Yasharn works really nicely alongside landfall strategies, because you have an opportunity to hit all of your land drops when you're playing Yasharn. And so we have Terror of the Peaks, we have Yasharn, and then we also have Felidar Retreat, because Felidar Retreat combines beautifully with this, because you're creating cat tokens which are triggering Terror of the Peaks to be shocking stuff over and over again. So that's beautiful. And then on top of that, it's a way to just finish out the game. Then we also have Rada, Heart of Keld, who's another potential late game beat stick. Good morning, Big Mac. How's it going? Austin, hey, what's up, buddy? How's it going, you guys? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So Rada, Heart of Keld is another beat stick that can produce some pretty cool effects. And thank you, Lonnie. I appreciate that very much. And so Bone Crusher Giant is also just a really solid piece of removal in the early game and a potential beat stick late in the game. We also have Lotus Cobra as a way of ramping into some of our bigger threats. Glass Casket and Banishing Light are here specifically because we're planning on playing in the best of one ladder, and early removal is going to be really important for slowing down all the aggro strategies that we're going to find ourselves going up against. So that's really important. Then finally, we also have Maurag, the Fury of Akum, who is a phenomenal finisher, because with him down, yeah, aggro rules control. Fair enough, Duo Cat. Well, we're not playing control, we're playing mid-range. That's the name of the game today. So we're not playing full-on control. We're playing more. We're somewhere in the middle today. But yeah, Maurag, Fury of Akum. Each creature you control gets +1/+0 for each time it attacked this turn. That includes the first one, noted. And then landfall, whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase, and at the beginning of that combat, you untap all creatures you control. So that's just super duper fun. Oh, Lonnie, congratulations. You had another job interview yesterday? That's fantastic. Landfall, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, so here we go. So this is a Landfall, Yasharn, Terror of the Peaks kind of quasi combo mid-range deck. So let's see what we can do with it. No, I love landfall strategies. They're super fun. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate it. I think, I play tested it a little bit yesterday and had some pretty good luck. So hopefully that continues. All right, so what can we do here? Triple Lotus Cobra. You know what? All we need to do is top deck one Maurag, and this is dynamite. So let's this is a goofy hand. This is a content keep, as they say. Yeah, I probably should have shipped this, but let's see what we can do. A land destruction deck? I don't know about that, Duo Cat. Possibly. Rada, that's not bad. I'll take it. Gross. I love it. That's Austin, you and I are on the same page. Scamfar Avenger. It's giving me flashbacks of Rada, let's go. So Scamfar Avenger is a whenever another non-token elf or berserker you control dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. I actually lost against Andre Himenguchi because I had Scamfar Avenger down. You should make me play the Tybalt's Trickery deck. Possibly Duo Cat. We can give it a shot. No reason not to. Go another Lotus Cobra because I'm feeling it. And that's going to eat Herald because First Strike is rad. I would have just taken the 3 there if I was them, but that's okay. I also love how we have, you know, we have Maurag and Rada, and then there's Herald. I love how Herald is the king of the elves. I gotta be honest, that makes me happy. You pick up a new game to stream from time to time? Nice, Austin, what's that? Maurag, the Fury of Akum. Let's get big and nasty with these Lotus Cobras. Yes! Alright, our opponent has seen enough. Valheim? Okay. I haven't heard of that one. Duocat, I think, you know what? He must have seen that video. It came out 2 days ago. Nice. Okay, very cool. Well, I'm looking forward to watching you play it, man. Going up against Easy. Let's see if that's accurate. Okay, this is a much better hand. Also, the World Tree being the one piece of, you know, one thing from Kaldheim we have in here. I stand by. I think that was a good call. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, Pathway on the top. That's lovely. I'll take it. Easy like the Evil Twins. There it is. Yeah, we're going up against Mutate. All right. Poliwag Symbiote has the potential to get out of hand, so we are definitely going to be removing that. And we have Banishing Light for whatever they drop next. Oh, Evil Twins GG Easy is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I believe it. I don't doubt it. I probably should have played the World Tree there since we didn't have a play anyway. Let's see, Double Fables. All right. Well, now we can. Now we can get Yasharn in the mix. Haha. Is there a counter spell coming our way? Yeah, I didn't think so, but you never know. You never know when your opponent has blue mana untapped. They might be running Essence Scatter. That actually, in the best of 1Q, Essence Scatter is a pretty solid selection. Restrictive counterspells like that you want to be careful of because there's a good chance that they don't hit anything. But I feel like Essence Scatter is pretty solid as it is, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it. Dirgebat, what up, dog? That's a very good card. Our Yasharn is about to eat it here. I'm not happy about that. Although, if they mutate on top of this, we are able to banish like the whole mutate stack, which is going to be pretty great. All right, so yeah, Yasharn's going to eat it. We're going to get attacked. You know, playing out the Dirgebat as the mutate base is really smart. So our opponent knows how to play mutate. That's good. Duocat, the points will come in time. Don't worry. So that World Tree come into play tapped. And you know what? I don't want to let them get any more mutate shenanigans underway. And so this looks like we're playing full on control. And I'm not actually opposed to that. Felidar Retreat. I choose you. Let's go. Let's create a cat beast. Oh no, another deck building challenge. Okay. We can do that. Land destruction. I don't even know how to build, like, in standard right now, what kind of land destruction is there? I mean, so we could go historic with a haphazard bombardment, I suppose. But to be honest, I just don't have most of those cards. Terror, let's go. If not that, then dwarves. Okay. I don't know about standard, but there's casualties, and then casualties does. Yep. No, and I think read the rubble is the other one. Okay. D80 whole deck. Okay, we can try building land destruction. We can do that. Uh-oh. Gem Razor's very good here. Hey, how's it going, Ultima? You know what? Actually, I'm just getting started. I'm just waking up, man. I'm starting my day. Still working the coffee into my veins. How's it going, my friend? Glass casket unfortunately does not hit Gem Razor. Boo earns. But yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere, man. Yeah, I'm just getting started. Yeah, I don't know why I bothered playing that. It doesn't touch anything. Yeah, we're just dead here. Everyone's got too much going on. I would love an Ultima raid. That would be a phenomenal way to start the day. Yes, I did finally get raids to work. For some reason it showed 0, and then when you actually execute the raid, then yeah, more show up. Pickles, how's it going, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, we're dead here. We're dead to mutate. We had a bunch of removal in our hand too, and it just wasn't enough. Of course, they drew 3 Dirge Bats, so that's really helpful. And so you finally got raids to work, Austin? That's awesome. Very cool, man. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and scoop it up here. Later, opponent. Well done. Dropped on a guy streaming on fire yesterday. Felt so good. That's awesome, Austin. Well done. Aren't raids fantastic? I love raids. Giving and receiving. Raids are just delightful. Ultima Ratio, speaking of raids, how's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, man. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Ultima, as always, thank you for sharing your community with me, man. It means the world. So, Brondi, I played PUBG, Ring of... have you played the fake PUBG game, Ring of Something? No, Brondria, I have not played that. A Greek field and also cryptocurrency that is not Bitcoin. A Greek field. Is a Hollywood Pizza? How's it going? I appreciate the love, Ultima Ratio. I appreciate the love. Double JR, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very, very much. He knows the Greek stuff. I try. Ethereum, is that the one? Is it Elysium? It starts with the 5th letter of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, I think Elysium, I think is my guess. Good evening, Meta Marty. How's it going? The movie star that is mocked in Team America. That's his name. How? I don't know. I didn't realize it was a cryptocurrency, but I know that, like, the Elysian Fields is something that I've heard of. See, that's the thing. I have a bunch of random words knocking around in my head, and so every now and then when you throw these out there, I'm able to just kind of guess and, you know, just kind of pull from these random words that I've heard at various points in my life, and every now and then they hit. You know, I don't know. It's I know just enough about a lot of things to be able to answer trivia questions. But yeah, man, thank you, Punisher. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. I think you guys are great, man. You guys are the best. All right, so we're playing. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw down on one more game with this Naya Midrange deck, and then Duo has challenged me to build a land destruction deck. So everybody, so here's the deck that we built around for the day. We're gonna try to build some land destruction. Oh shucks, man! Thank you, Ultima. I appreciate that. So I love that game too. The raid game is super fun. I love it. So here's the deck that we were playing. It's Naya Midrange. It's thank you, Ultima, for the subs, man. It means the world. I really appreciate it. So right now this is standard. So we're playing standard with this Naya Midrange deck, and then the land destruction deck that Duo has challenged me to. I'm thinking we're gonna have to play historic because I just don't think there's enough land destruction support in standard right now. And how's it going, Ingolf? Good morning. Welcome. All right, so let's go. So yeah, so building this land destruction deck is gonna be tricky for sure. And thank you guys for the follows. Yeah, thank you, Brandria. That means the world. I appreciate it very, very much. The Lone Dragon, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that very, very much. All right, so let's see. And Ultima, man, you're the best. Thank you so much, my friend. All right, let's go ahead and let's keep this. This is a pretty solid hand. Oh, you never saw the Janko bands before? Oh, and I'm still in deck tech mode. Let me go into gameplay mode. Aha. There we go. Showing off the fancy transition. All right, let's go ahead and... Yeah, no, Jankomancer is yeah, Hammox42 Jankomancer is my official Planeswalker. Playing land destruction. Oh, you're playing land destruction right now? Ooh, Ingolf, I would love some feedback on how to build that. It's behind the cardboard live desktop player. Oh, that would explain it. I think I need to move that. Yeah, let me go ahead and... Here, let me go ahead and... There, that should be a little bit better. Yeah, no, Lone Dragon, it's, yeah, Cardboard Live, it's a great app. There we go, much better. Okay, cool. Thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it. All right, we're definitely getting rid of that Edgewall Innkeeper because that's going to be a huge problem in short order. And we have a lot more double reds. Actually, we don't have any double greens, so... Why don't you awaken the trolls? Ooh, okay. Isn't that like the 6-drop saga? Let me go ahead and pull that up. I think that's a great... oh, yeah. Never so 11 until... Funny how they just slip by us even though we look at it every day. Right, Pickles? Yeah. No, and I never thought to check that. Which, yeah. I mean, no shame on me. Let's go Yasharn here. Make sure we hit our land drops and also slow the advance a little bit. You're not doing Ugunur or Eldrazi. And I need a way to win. Oh no! Starve Extinction, Bresh Taunter is your alternate win con. Oh, nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. They're attacking with the 3/3. They have another stomp in hand, I bet. Yeah. Okay, that's a trade I don't love, but could be a lot worse. All right, so Lotus Cobra is delightful. So we can throw the Lotus Cobra, followed shortly after by this forest, and then banish a Skoos. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm nervous about building the land destruction deck because I have no idea where to go with it, and I'm worried that I probably don't have most of those cards. Wake the Trolls. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Waking the Trolls. Destroy target land is chapter 1. Put target land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, and then choose target opponent. If they control fewer lands than you, create a number of 4/4 green. The difference. Wow. Yeah. Okay, that sounds fantastic. I wonder, could we? 50% of the time it works every time, right? I wonder if we could make that work in standard, or if that's a fool's errand. And all right, so we were able to stabilize here at least a little bit. Knotfold Slumber Mound? I'm not familiar with that one. Oh, the ooh. Arnie slays the trolls. Did not see that coming. I'm gonna stomp on you. And play out you. That could be green, doesn't really matter. We're gonna swing in and hopefully they block. They don't. Okay. Yeah, gotta be able to actually win, right? And of course they have Great Henge, because why wouldn't they? Because when in doubt, play Great Henge. And Edgewell Innkeeper. So they have 2 draw engines. That's a problem. That's a big problem, actually, because Undo Mammoth is just good. I pretty much have to block here. I probably could have taken that, but yikes. Those Cobra's not going to be doing much good. Felidar Retreat, it's a little too late, I believe. Yeah, a little too late, unfortunately. Scavenging Ooze, let's go. Yeah, that's just good. That's just good wholesome magic right there. Let's see, if they attack with those 2, I could double block the Mammoth, well, or the Bone Crusher, for that matter. No, actually, no, this forces my hand. I have to block. I mean, I didn't necessarily have to block those 2 specifically, but I needed to block 2 separate creatures, otherwise I was dead. I could have killed the Edgewell Innkeeper. I probably should have, but all the same, we're dead here. So Wake the Trolls, yeah, Waking the Trolls, Knotfold Slumber Mound, enters the battlefield tapped. You can tap it to add 1 red mana, or you can pay 6. 1 of which is red, 2 of which is green. Destroy target land, create a 4/4 green troll warrior creature token with trample. Ooh. Okay, maybe we could go standard for this. Not quite enough to hold on. If they attack with all, we're just dead. You know, let's try standard. Let's try a standard troll land destruction deck. Let's see what we can do. All right, this is something. And they're just gonna flex on me with all the value. I could just concede here, but you know what? I'm going to make him attack. Can we still win this? I don't think so, Ratio. Yeah, I don't think we have a chance here. Yep, good game. Guerrilla Adventures, still very good. I'm gonna block there just because I can. Yeah, we're empty hand is unfortunate for sure. Hello, Imogen. How's it going? Oh, karate means empty hand. Ah, I did not know that. Man, you're full of all kinds of fun tidbits, Ratio. I appreciate that. All right, so we got to build this land destruction deck. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. So channel points have been spent. I gotta honor it. All right. So it looks like the trolls specifically have land destruction. So let's see. I love how I do a keyword search for troll and Tibble's Trickery shows up. Just throwing that out there. So waking the trolls. Let's see how many wild cards. I got 9 rares. So let's go ahead and let's craft some stuff. Yeah, so we need to do the troll. The waking the trolls is clutch here. Yeah. Svella Ice Shaper. Let's see what. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. So we want to destroy. 1 or 2 is probably fine. I mean, if we're going full on land destruction, I think we're gonna need. Well, 3 is probably a bit excessive, or 4 is probably a bit excessive. We can go 2. Let's see what else. What are the land destruction options? So we have the Slumber Mound. Imogen, you're making typing very difficult at the moment. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see her. She's yeah. Oh, and I'm in gameplay mode. Let me go to deck mode. All right, cool. Good morning, Power of War. How's it going? Welcome. All right, so we have the Slumber Mound, Goblin Ruin Blaster. Is that in historic? Yeah, do I not have any of those? Yeah, how do I not have any of those? I've opened so much call time. No, we'll probably end up playing historic. I was just seeing if we could do standard, see what options we had. Let's see, is there anything else? Cleansing Wildfire, but it replaces itself. Smashing Success. Destroy target artifact or land. If an artifact is destroyed, this way create a treasure token. Oh, there's... Okay. Binding the Old Gods, non-land. Ruinous Ultimatum's all non-land. Okay. Well, we have Smashing Success, Awakening the Trolls, and Nightfall Slumber Mound. That is nowhere near enough. Cleansing Wildfire, destroy target land, control and research the library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle the library. A troll land strike yesterday. It was fun. Nice. Okay, very cool. Were you in standard or historic? Because I think historic is gonna have to be the way to go, unfortunately. Really? You did make troll land destructions in standard. Okay, cool. So I think if waking the trolls is going to end up being our primary way to destroy our opponent's lands, we're going to need to ramp like crazy because this thing does cost 6 and Smashing Success costs 4. So, ooh. And Smashing Success is a card that I would never have found if it wasn't for this. Yeah, for this search, because that's a comment that I just never think about. Destroy target land, create a 4/4 green trope. Yeah, I mean, Nightfall Slumber Mound does exactly what we need. Okay, so all of our land destruction starts at 4. You know what? Ramp Shell's way more easy to come by in historic. I believe it. I believe it. You know what? Let's see. I want to see if we can make this work in standard, though. You know what? Let's go ahead and throw Cleansing Wildfire in. We can use it for mana fixing on our side. Okay. And so we're gonna need Cultivate. Okay, so how do we actually win this thing? So Waking the Trolls. Protect a land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Choose target opponent if they control fewer lands than you. Create a number of... Yeah, I mean, Waking the Trolls is definitely the way to... is definitely our win con. Yeah, Historic is probably the correct answer. It's probably the right way to go, but I really want to make this work in Standard. So Legion Caryatid. Okay, so what other trolls are there? Provoke the trolls, 3 damage to any target. If a creature's dealt damage this way, it gets +5/+0 until end of turn. That's kind of cool. It's not good, but it's kind of cool. Heggy Mob deals 1 damage to any target with Boast. 5/4 for 5. Eh. It's a whopping meh. Ice High Troll gives +2/+0 and gains indestructible till end of turn, and you tap it. That's not bad. Gonna have fun guest on stream today. Dale's gonna be on. Your wife's joining you too. Nice. So rolled a random number on all CMC 6 cards in Standard and got Waking the Trolls as the cards that made the deck. Dude, Power of War, that rules. That's awesome. So very tired to mutate. Can't wait till they leave and another dead mechanic. Yeah. Oh, great. We're probably not going back to Ikoria anytime soon, so I don't anticipate mutate coming back at all. Old Growth Troll, when it dies, if it was a creature returned to the battlefield as an aura enchantment with Enchant Forest you control, and Enchant Forest has tap add 2. You can pay 1 sacrifice to create a... Yeah, Old Growth Troll might have a place here. I'm a little bit nervous about the 3 green pips. Although, we'll have enough ramp. We'll make it work. Oh, we can use Changeling. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Gorilla. We can. Actually, do you prefer Gorilla or do you prefer Junk? Just out of curiosity. Or should I just say Gorilla Junk every time? Because Gorilla Junk is a super fun name. I should probably just do that one. So Arnie slays the troll. Target creature you control fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Add red. Put 2 +1/+1 counters up to 1 target creature you control. Gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Either is fine. Okay, cool. Gorilla Junk. Yeah. Love it. All right. So let's see. So do we want to? Do we want to have Arnie slay our trolls? I don't think so. Because the creatures being able to fight or forcing fight is a good way to win games. Although the one thing that we would be completely and totally shut down by is Vorinclex. If our opponents play Vorinclex, we're just dead because our sagas are all of a sudden stop working. So we need some way to deal with that. So I'm thinking we need some kill spells and like some direct kill spells. That can hit something big. Some big burns, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not big, but Bonecrusher Giant is just great, so it's tough to go wrong. So that's kind of a slam dunk home run, sure thing. So yeah, some big burns. I mean, Squash comes to mind, but we don't have any giants. But Squash can kill a Vorinclex. And so is it worth 5 mana to hit for 6? Ugh. Yeah, I don't know about that. Rock on Ingolf, thank you for the lurk, my friend. I appreciate it. Yeah. Spending 5 to get rid of 1 target, it seems a bit excessive. I think actually Arnie Slays the Trolls might be one of our better ways to do it. Or actually, there's also Ram Through and Rabid Bite are both options that can help us deal with some of this stuff. Let's see. So let's go ahead and grab. Let's go ahead and grab Ram Through just because that's going to be pretty solid. I think, as long as we have creatures down, which with Waking the Trolls, Bone Crusher Giant, Old Growth Troll, we're gonna have some critters down. I'm not too worried about that. All right, so let's go ahead and what's one more thing that we can use to ramp up? I'm thinking Solemn. Ram through and Bone Crusher would do it with the Old Growth Troll. Yes. Yeah. Cultivate. We have Cultivate in here, Frosty Doc. Yeah. So we have Cultivate. I'm thinking Solemn Simulacrum. It would help if I spelled that correctly. And it would help if I have a filter on that can actually show it. There we go. The cycle one? Oh, Migration Path? Is that the one you're thinking of? Yeah, Migration Path could be pretty solid here. Because it puts lands onto the battlefield. That's ultimately what we're after. So Cleansing Wildfire, the main thought with Cleansing Wildfire is that if our opponent has triomes or dual lands, we can actually, or things like the World Tree, we can blow them up. Well, or Crawling Barrens, actually. It'd be a great way to kill Crawling Barrens, which, nothing wrong with that. Speaking of which, I think we need to have some man lands in ours as well. So my thought is that's a great way to get rid of those pesky specific lands. They use the new snow lands too. Yeah. Yeah, so it helps get rid of those targets, and it only replaces them with a basic land. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, we can add a couple migration paths. I don't see a problem with that. Okay, I'm thinking a little something like this. All right, I'm feeling like this could be this could work. So let's go ahead and craft those. Yes, I know I have to spend 3 rares on this, which kind of hurts a little bit, but that's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and add in Crawling Barrens. Yeah, the snow man land is called Faceless Haven, I think is the one you're thinking of. And that card is lovely. All right. Let's add a couple Fabled Passage just so we can make sure we're hitting our land drops. All right, let's give this a shot. So here we have Standard Troll Ramp Land Destruction. Let's see what we can do. This is weird for sure, but let's give it a go. Oh, I need to name this. Can't go into battle without a deck name. And of course that's kind of a lame deck name, but yeah. You want the egg sleeves? Okay, we can do the egg sleeves. I'm cool with that, Frosty Doc. Let's go. What's the win con? Creating trolls. We're creating trolls and beating our opponent to death with them. Special thanks to Waking the Trolls. So the trick is we need to have more land than our opponent. And so we have things like Migration Path, Cultivate. Elysian Caryatid is really just to help us ramp into Waking the Trolls as a Solemn Simulacrum. So Old Growth Troll, Bone Crusher Giant beatdowns, and then ultimately creating a whole mess of trolls with Waking the Troll is really that's the goal. If we get behind against our opponent on lands, we're really sunk. Use Blizzard Brawl in your deck with the snow lands so you can fight and not lose my creature. Ah, very nice. Them quitting once they realize they're being trolled. Exactly, Austin. You're not wrong. All right, let's see what we can do. No, Blizzard Brawl is pretty solid for 1 mana. No question about that. No, that's a good call, Frosty Dog. Yosh Mister, let's go. Oh, let me go into gameplay mode. Ah. We're not going to keep a 2-lander with this. Actually, we probably need to change the number of lands we have. We probably need to ramp it up to like 26. This is significantly worse. I can work with this. I hate having to mull to 5. That just feels bad. Yeah, no, we definitely need to ramp up the number of lands. Temple Tricker seems like a design old Magic designers would make back in the day. You think so? Let's go ahead and stomp that Wildborn Preserver before it gets out of hand. All right, so Notvold Slumber Mount is definitely coming into play next turn. We're looking at our opponent's playing a slower deck right now. Oh, that could change very quickly here. Taking 5 to the face, not feeling good about it. Go ahead and get rid of Castle Garenbrig and draw a card. Should have been printed in the 90s, right? It's up there with like Chains of Mephistopheles, is like just weird cards. It'd have coin flips or dice rolls. Yes, no, Dr. Furrow, you're exactly right. Go ahead and punch a bunch. Dusku's, that's problematic. Our opponent's stuck on 3 lands, which is exactly what we want to see. Ow, ow, my face. This is not good. All right, I want to draw a card, so let's go ahead and our lands are fine. We don't necessarily want to do anything with that, but let's go ahead and thin out our opponent's deck for them. Which, I mean, it's a minimal difference for sure. All right, let's just cast out this Bone Crusher Giant. We could stomp the snake, but I'm not too worried about it. I want to have the option of double blocking Yorvo. Yeah, the 3 cost 4/4 that gets big quick. He does. He gets big real quick. Great Henge, of course. Why wouldn't they have the Great Henge? Great Henge for 2. Yeah, that sounds about right. Heroic Intervention. Ouch. All right, that hurts. That hurts lots. Yeah. That was bad. That was way bad. Yep, so we're just getting wrecked here. Actually, you know what this deck needs is some Storm's Wrath. That's what we need to put in here. Let's at least show our opponent what we're going for here. Yeah, I'm thinking some Storm's Wrath to get rid of pesky aggressive decks. All right, let's dial this in. I think ranked isn't the place for this deck, Pickles. I think you're right. And Crush the Weak deals 2 damage to each creature. You can foretell it. Let's go ahead and add one of those in here. Yeah, let's roll this out in the play queue and see what we can do. Let's test it. Let's test it in the play queue and see if we can string together a win or two before we try going back into the rank queue. Crazy Chicken Wings. Okay, interesting name. Yeah, we can work with this. It's a little gumpy, but let's do it. Unranked is mono red territory. Frosty Doc, I wish you were wrong. I wish you were wrong, but you're 100% correct. Well, fortunately, we're not going up against. I shouldn't have kept this hand. This was a poor choice. But you know what? As much as it hurts me, yes, I'm going to get rid of the Crawling Barrens in favor of a forest. Because that's going to be more useful for us here. because then we'll be able to play out the Elysian Caryatid, or if we draw into a land, we can play out Cultivate next turn. And then we'll be just fine on lands. So I stand by that Cleansing Wildfire. It was a bummer that we had to blow up a Crawling Barrens to do it, but that's okay. Yikes indeed, Pickles. You're not wrong. I probably should have mulliganed this. Probably should have mulliganed this, but I think we'll be okay. Aha! Yep, we're going to be just fine. Never didn't have it. Two mana, 3/3s. I believe it. And you know what? I want to draw another card, so let's go ahead and blow up that Thornwood Falls. And we can cultivate, because why not? You know, I should probably put snow mana in here just so in case we pull Faceless Havens in the future. I'm glad you're doing well, Arhenia. I'm really glad. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to hear that. And Austin, thank you for asking. I appreciate it. All right, cool, cool. So this land destruction deck, okay, in unranked it can do some stuff. We'll see if it can do anything in the ranked queue. But this is oh, you slept through the night? Nice, good work, Austin. You know, I did too last night. It was great. Pretty sure we got this. Blizzard Brawl and the Old Growth Troll. All right, fair enough. Do Snowlands Faceless Haven and replace ramp with Blizzard Brawl? Okay, Power 4. Actually, I did pull all right, let's see. Yeah, Snowlands is, yeah, would be the way to go. Got him. All right. Wanted to play a new update of a game, so I had somebody wake me up after 3 hours of sleep. Oh my goodness. Pickles, that's gnarly. Which game was it, if you don't mind my asking? All right, let's tweak these trolls a little bit. Let's go ahead and add the Snowlands. And they'll be up, nothing can do about it. Oh, for sure. No, about to say, if you're, yeah, if your child's making noise, that's the time to wake up. All right, so yeah, Crawling Barrens. Let's go ahead and pull Crawling Barrens in favor of Faceless Haven. And let's go Snowlands. And actually, how many more lands do we need? All right, cool. And then Blizzard Brawl. Let me take a look at that. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, the creatures you control get +1/+0, gains indestructible till end of turn, and those creatures fight each other. That's a great piece of removal. I think 3 of those, 2 Storm's Wrath. I stand by the Storm's Wrath. It hits all of our stuff, but still. Exactly. Yes, it's bad for sleep, but it's good for being a good dad. Yeah. He's like a slab of concrete, nothing fucking sneezing him up. I believe it. Battle Royale game me and your friends found one night. It's called Super Animal Royale. Great fun with the group. I believe it. Subconscious realizes he can take right. Started this new thing. If he wakes up and doesn't hear anyone awake, he'll just sit in bed and play with his toys. Huh. Okay. That's crazy, man. I mean, that's pretty cool. All right, let's go and Faceless Haven. Let's go ahead and throw a couple of those in there. Another Fertilid. Oh my goodness. Yes, you're getting lands. I see. Everything hinges on that hedge. Oh, and then Craig played Baloth. Nice. Yeah, Manland with Vigilance. Pickles. Yeah, Faceless Haven's pretty great. Ow, my face? Yeah, no, this does not look... This does not bode well for us. Any other matchup, this guy would have already been dead. 100% yes. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Yeah, no, we're toast here. Yeah, any other matchup, and yeah, no, this was a terrible matchup for us. It's two jank decks that were that are built around different different janky philosophies, and they happen to their deck happened to kind of counteract what we're doing. Yeah, no, it has trample now. Yep, no, that's one of the reasons. That's why they're running Titan the Rex. Or of our Voracious and yeah, Snowblind. I did actually. I played that deck last. What was it? Yesterday. And we had a lot of fun with it. It wasn't good, but it was fun. Yeah, so Snowblind, I actually put up a I want to effectively cycle this thing. So yeah, Snowblind, I have played with that deck, and actually I put up a YouTube video of it. Yeah, this isn't. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just pick up our cards and move on to the next match. Switch to Orvar and Terror of the Peaks. Ooh, that's vicious, and I like it. Yeah, Snowblind. I bet that's a little more successful. Yeah, I put up a stream VOD. It's a 2-hour stream VOD. Ooh, player draft token. I'll take it. Flip the table. Bye. Exactly. All right, let's move on to the next match. Hopefully this person isn't running mono green ramp. Hopefully. Let's. Yeah. Two-lander with the Elysian Caryatid. Yeah, I'll keep it. Probably not a great idea, but I'll keep it. It's not consistent, but funny all the same, right? That seems to be the deal with Orvar. He seems to be like a fun card that's not good. Like, don't get me wrong, I like him. I like him a lot, actually. And Hateful Eidolon, that means this is going to get hit by dead weight here. Ooh, second Hateful Eidolon. Yeah, I know this deck. I know what our opponent's doing here. Let's hit the migration path. In the hopes that they, well, this is a much better matchup for us. Mire's Grasp, there it is. No, we're definitely going to be playing the Wrath. I guess I was hoping that they would overextend a little bit more. Getting the double Eidolon down, I probably shouldn't have let them get away with that Mire's Grasp. But the Wrath is definitely coming here. Yeah, I should have done it last turn. Yeah, you're not wrong. Fiend Artisan. Okay, I was not expecting that. Yeah, I probably should have fired it a turn earlier. We're not going to be able to blow up that Castle Lockthwain with Waking the Trolls, though, and that feels pretty good. And I'm not going to be their sack outlet. Yes, I would love to draw a card. Thank you. Yeah, that Fiend Artisan hitting us here is going to hurt for sure. So the reason I threw Waking the Trolls there, my other options were Solemn Simulacrum, being able to hold up Blizzard Brawl to get rid of, say, like the Mire Triton, which wouldn't have been nothing. That probably was the right call, actually. But then, yeah, then it would just chump block the Fiend Artisan, and that wouldn't have felt too good. Not going to lie. Yeah. Nah, I think, you know, Austin, I think it's because we don't have a very good deck on our hands here. I'd rather fight Luris. Yeah, no, Arhenia, you're right. I'll take your Castle Lockthwain because I want to. And chump blockers. Bring on the chump blockers. Dang it. That did it. That Village Rites sealed the deal. Yep. If it wasn't for that Village Rites, we would have been able to hold on for another turn. Well, and that Mire's Grasp isn't helping matters. And if we had mana available to be able to stomp some of these guys, that could help, but not enough. Yep. They got us. Oh, and a Blood Chief's Thirst, just for good measure. I can appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think this deck is very good. I think that's the problem. The 4 damage base in the beginning was bad. No, you're right. No, Arhenia, you're exactly right. Sculpture Wolf Willow rather than have to ramp faster. Oh, okay. I had not considered that. What up, Fraxter? All right, let's play this. Let's play this deck one more time, and then I kind of want to get back to that Naya Midrange deck where we started this. Where we started the stream. This is definitely a troll deck, Power of War, no question about it. But yes, Duo, are you entertained? Are you not entertained? All right. Old Growth Troll here is basically a dead card, which feels really bad, and we don't have any ramp to get it up to Waking of the Trolls, so we can't keep this. Okay, this is a much more balanced hand. I can work with this. Let Solemn go and question the wisdom of that. Yeah. No, it trolled me for sure, Duo Cat. It's like, is it trolls, right? Or you mean is it giants? Yeah. I gotcha. Oh, Bone Crusher off the top, that would have been perfect. Alas, it is not to be. It is Friday, absolutely. It's Friday, yo. 100%, yes. And it's been a heck of a week, too. But why would I do Historic? Is this Grixis Rogues? Are we seeing Grixis Rogues? I'm kind of okay with this. No blocks, come on in, welcome to my face. And then we are going to Smashing Success that mountain. I don't know, because they fabled Passage to go grab it on turn 2, which leads me to believe they're out of lands in their hand. Mill 2 Wraths. That does stink for sure, because I think we only have 2 left in the deck, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's not ideal. And we are going to get Cobra, and we got our white mana source. Excellent. All right. But no, Naya Midrange is the name of the game. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, actually, the name of the game is Magic the Gathering Arena, but you know what I mean. And here I am looking at their lands saying like, oh, that came into play tap, so we could probably, you know, if we blow that one up, and like, wait, no, that's not the deck you're playing anymore, Chief. All right, World Tree, you're on. Because I really want to be able to hit Yasharn and make sure we hit our land drops. Another Elderfang Disciple, don't love that. Gonna let the Glass Casket go. Because we're gonna be able to get the Yasharn Terror combo down. The game and you just lost it. Oh no, Mob Psycho, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Oh, you came here again? Nice. How's it going, Psycho? How was your stream? Most gaming watching Hogs in 3 windows. I love it. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you. They're gonna make me sacrifice Yasharn. That makes me sad. Very nice and fun. I'm glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Passing on the good vibes. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Terror of the Peaks, I choose you. So this is a mono black hand disruption control deck. It's doing good work. It's doing good work. This is the kingdom of good vibes. Absolutely, Austin. You know it. Village Rites on the Disciple. Okay. All right. They're digging for an answer. Digging for a direct kill spell, and they don't have it. Excellent. You'll love to see it. And that's going to go face. This is going to produce a red. It doesn't really matter. For Rada, the Heart of Keld. And when Rada hits, goodbye Rankle. Malekith Rebirth, nice. And unfortunately, Rankle has mana cost 4, so he's not targetable with Glass Casket. And I'm not going to attack here. I'm going to hold. Mob Psycho's Mob Psycho's currently number 14 Mythic. Holy cow, Psycho, that's amazing. Well done. Meanwhile, I'm chilling here at Plat 4. Someday dreaming to getting back to Mythic. We're just not quite there yet. Ooh, Inscription of Pain. All right. Well, no, Inscription of Ruin. It just is painful. Mythic, yeah, that's the highest rank that you can achieve in on the Magic the Gathering ladder. It doesn't matter because I have the World Tree out. It doesn't matter because I have the World Tree out. No attacks. How's it going, Matt? What's good, my friend? Glad I don't have to hunt your food these days. Wouldn't even know where fries are living. Alrighty, that's hilarious. I love it. Oh, Austin, it's all good, man. Actually, here's the trick, man. When it comes to getting ranked, like into the numbers in Mythic, that's where skill really comes into play. To actually get to Mythic, pick a deck that's successful and just play way more games than you think is reasonable, and you'll get there. Because that's the thing, to get through Platinum and Diamond, it rewards you for playing lots of games. That's really where it's at. Yeah, you just gotta play a ton. And to be fair, I do play a ton, but I play a ton with goofy, weird decks. Interesting choice, opponent. All right, Arhenia, thank you so much for hanging out, as always. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. I'll take the 1. And yes, have a wonderful weekend. Absolutely. A weekend that will be arriving not a moment too soon, if you ask me. Once you hit Mythic, it's easier to get back because you start further up the ladder. This is true, Snowblind. That's absolutely right. Sunday's just around the corner. That's right, Austin. And that's how you've gotten to it in 2 days with sub-optimized decks. Great, that's awesome. Well done, man. Well done. Uh-oh. That hurts. Now, do they attack with Rankle or do they keep it back to block is the question. They do attack with Rankle. All right, I'm guessing we're each going to be drawing some cards here. And possibly sacrificing a creature. Dude, Dual Cat, that rules. I'm there. Power of War, I don't generally stream on Saturdays. Yeah, I don't generally stream on Saturdays. We'll see. You got to Mythic in 150 games? Nice. That's actually nowhere near as much as I would have guessed, Wraith. That's awesome. Step 1, Gruul Steps. 2, you're already a Mythic. That's hilarious. Got him. Cool. So we got a 4-man crew for Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. Got to bronze tier 3 at 150 games. Ultimate ratio. I hear that. And Power of War, thank you so much for the subscription, my friend. I appreciate that very, very much. It means the world. All right, let's keep rolling. Okay, so this Naya Midrange deck is pretty solid. It's doing some good work. I'm appreciating it. Vorskanai, let's do this. Oh my goodness. You ever have a cat who just is like a homing beacon just like onto your hand no matter where you go? This is a pretty great opening hand, actually. I'm cool with this. Stop wiggling the fingers. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, so I need to stop doing this. That's what's going on. Okay, noted. Pushing Mystic the first time after that is pretty quick, right? No, right. That's true. Zelotes Cobra. Let's go. Yeah, no, I can't help it. Actually, she doesn't really care much for the wiggling fingers, but the moving hand, the general hand motion, like to the mouse or to the keyboard, she's all up on my business. Is this the same deck that we went up against a second ago? Imogen, what are you doing? Why are you nominating me? Let's let the glass casket go. I feel like that's the right answer. Do we waste a Banishing Light on an Elderfang Disciple? I don't think so. I think we hold here. Without making a god deck with the World Tree as the trigger so you can pull them all in one turn. Power of War, I've considered it. I haven't pulled that off yet, though. Nodded, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. You know what? You can have either my Banishing Light or my Fabled Passage. Those are your choices. Imogen the Squid, I love it. All right, we're gonna have a Terror of the Peaks down next turn, which feels pretty good, not gonna lie. So yeah, no, the World Tree, using the World Tree as the trigger on a god deck would be super fun. I haven't figured out exactly how to build it yet, but I'm going to sooner or later. Terror, let's go. The real Doc Ock. Yep. Absolutely. Love it. All right. So Terror of the Peaks is live and online. Doing its thing. And I'm not going to attack with the Lotus Cobra because if the Lotus Cobra doesn't go anywhere, Maorag gets to hit next turn, and that feels pretty good. Oh, Mono Black did one. Nice. I'm glad to hear it. Right, Mob Psycho? Terror's a beautiful thing. It's a great card. I'm glad Mono Black did a God deck. That's awesome. I'm not surprised. If anyone's not following Mono Black, he's not affiliated with this channel in any way. He's just a super great Magic the Gathering content creator. He's hilarious and over on YouTube. Yeah, no, Terror of the Peaks is a beautiful thing. And so this Naya deck, we actually have Terror of the Peaks combined with Yasharn, because it would have made that impossible if we had a Yasharn out. Unfortunately, we don't have a Yasharn out, so... Yep, Mono Black. He's a content creator over on YouTube. Does phenomenal work. Maorag, the Fury of Akum. Let's go. Right? No, he's got a great sense of humor. He just builds crazy decks. Yeah. And he wins a lot of games with them, which is pretty great. You got no little JPEG animation, Pickles, right? How's it going, Ingolf? What's up? Dark Lord made some wholesome stuff again. Yeah. Right? Extinction event. No. Ooh, a Turgid standard deck. So that would be super fun. I have a Turgid deck, or like I have a Turgid list that I put together. That so you can go mono black or mono black Turgid works. I think the biggest thing is finding great ways to force your opponent to sacrifice stuff. I personally love combining Turgid with Inevitable End. I think that's super duper fun because it forces a sacrifice. Soul Shatter is another great one. Why not green on that land? Because we don't have any double green spells in the deck. So it didn't really matter. I probably should have gone green just to be safe. Double Terror. Boom, baby. This is pretty good. I'm liking the looks of this. With the symmetry, you're right. I should have gone 2 of each. Yeah, that would have been smart. I'm sorry, Pickles. Yeah, double Terror is beautiful. Yeah, you don't live long against Double Terror. Temple of Abandon, World Tree, don't need it. Orvar Terror, the Mono Black of ridiculousness. That would be hilarious. Thank you for following Takanaba Kagura. Tapanaga X Kagura. I appreciate that very, very much. And I'm sorry for butchering your name, which I no doubt did. But thank you for the follow. It means the world. I appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, the Terror plus Orvar Snowblind. If you want to post that in the deck list, I'd love to give it a shot. Yeah. So how's the Yasharn Terror working out? It's working. It is working. Actually, this deck is pretty solid. It's a lot better than the weird land destruction deck that we put together, but it's actually quite nice. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it's a Naya. So yeah, it's a Naya Naya Yasharn combo, and it works quite nicely. Yeah. So it effectively gives the Terror of the Peaks hexproof, which is just delightful. All right, Rada, the Heart of Killed. Banana hammock. How's it going, Crimson? Welcome, welcome. So we're due for this deck. Do you actually use the activated ability? No, I only have 2 in here because it's just for the mana fixing. Yeah, the World Tree is purely for mana fixing. Unless they turn into Ravenous Chupacabra type creature in recent times, it's essentially unkillable, right? Well, the one thing that comes to mind is the cards like Banishing Light would work against it. It's in deck builds. Excellent, Snowblind. Thank you. I'll definitely check that out. Turns out the Grill aggro doesn't have a 1-dropper, so tapped Greenland is still OP, right? And unfortunately, none of these things are stompable, which is problematic for me. Why would enchantments work? They'd have to pay 3 life, right? Whenever your opponents cast spells, your opponents cast that target Terror of the Peaks, because it's a triggered ability that would that goes off. It's not a it's not an activated ability, or it's not a spell at that point. Yeah, the stomp extra hard, right? Yeah, no, it's got to be a spell that targets Terror of the Peaks, but it does effectively give it hexproof from spells, which is really useful. But yeah, so I built the combo around, and I also built some landfall synergies because of Yasharn's ability to grab lands and put them into the hand. And Mill Rogues is Mill Rogues. No surprises there. Terror. Let's go. Here's the reprinted Get Truck Monster. I'm right there with you. That's a trade I'm willing to make. There are 7 of those dwarves. All right, Engulf. Have a great day. If you're still here, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you, my friend. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Fill out our retreat. Let's go. Get Truck's already in historic. It's just wanting to get cheaper physical cards is always good. Let's go white there. And let's be aggressive. Be aggressive. BEAGGRESSIVE aggressive. Yeah, aggressive. Woo! Crimson with the challenge. You are on, my friend. Let's go. Got him. Yes. See, this Naya Midrange deck is pretty solid. Historic, you got it, my dude. All right, fire the challenge whenever you are ready, my friend. Let's go. Oh, Elranai, you can actually do the exclamation point deck. Yeah, I mean, you can see the deck list there. Game's loading. All right. Awesome, Crimson. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so while we're waiting for Crimson to load up, I can actually show you the list. Yeah, so this is the Naya Midrange deck that we've been playing today. Like a Runap Excavator. Ooh, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, no, this thing's super fun. I've been having a lot of fun with this today. Yeah, Power of War. People can challenge me to games using channel points. Yep, so if you want to throw down in a best of 1 game, it's 1,000 points. If you want to do a best of 3, it's 2. Yeah. A Hogak type brawl deck in standard. Oof, that'd be fun. But no Hogak, right? Yeah. No, Takebana, that would be awesome. So let's see. So historic going up against Crimson. We got flyers. Tough to go wrong with flyers. We also have a mischievous Chimera build. Seems like the robot has more hate. I like it. Thank you, Trepo. I appreciate that. There's a Sika for Brawl imported. I do. Actually, did I import the Brawl Sika deck? I don't think I did, unfortunately. Not yet, anyway. Okay, you want to see the Mischievous Chimera? Yeah, you got it, man. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to bust out the Mischievous Chimera. It's basically Dreadhorde Arcanist, but it has Mischievous Chimera in the mix too. Maybe go over it with chat. Absolutely. I want to play a crap ton of rogues. Austin, I mean, is it not sending? Nope, it didn't. The alert didn't pop up, but the challenge is here. Okay, so the Mischievous Chimera deck. For some reason, it's only showing me my standard decks. Where are my historic decks? There it is. Oh, you're dying right now, Grave? Yeah, you hate that deck too. Okay, good. Is it like Perplexing Chimera? The way that the Mischievous Chimera works is whenever you cast your first spell during an opponent's turn, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and then you scry 1. The scry 1 is really where it's at. That's really the benefit that you get here. And so this is a Dorat Dreadhorde Arcanist deck that's all about casting additional spells out of the graveyard. And using Dreadhorde Arcanist, and it's just full on Izzet Spellslinger. Yeah, it's full on Izzet Spellslinger with Mischievous Chimera as an extra way of getting some additional value by casting shocks and infuriates and unsummons on the opponent's turn. So let's go ahead and let's go. Is it a Spellslinger? I don't know, right? Ooh, Demon Bolt actually could probably fit in there. The only problem is Demon Bolt pulling Demon Bolt out with Dreadhorde Arcanist would be a little tricky, but not impossible. But yeah, is it a Spellslinger? I think so. Dude, Austin, I'm glad you hate that deck too, to be honest. Yeah. All right, I probably should have thrown the Steam vents there, but that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Mischievous Chimera, here we go. It's happening. When your trickery working, it's really fun. I believe it, Impulse Game. I believe it. Minions return Heartless Axe. My Smash played Luminous Broodmoth to swing the Crasher into my Vornclax. Oh my goodness, Grape, that sounds vicious. Yeah, that sounds absolutely vicious. Yeah, Austin, the idea of like redeeming 7,000 channel points worth of 7,000 channel points just to make me play rogues like 7 times. Oof, that would be rough. And I'm holding on to responses. Dang, Grave, that's vicious. It would have been rogue mirror matches too. Oh no. Oh my goodness, mill rogue mirror matches. That sounds dreadful. No one's allowed to play except I'm going to keep slapping you with this 1/1. Haha. For extra cancer, right? Oh my goodness, yeah, that sounds dreadful. Yeah, no, I definitely don't want that. You're expanding my shock? Yeah, and that spell off the top does us no good. This also doesn't do us much good. But it's not no good. When you play rogues, that's what happens. Absolutely. Save your points and get us sunk with loot on board. There you go. And I will get you sunk with loot on board. That's for sure gonna happen. Yes. No, Duocat, we are playing a historic challenge with Crimson, and we are playing the Mischievous Quainar deck. Or not the Mischievous Quainar, Mischievous Chimera deck. Rock on, Grape. We've got duo to repair. Sounds good. Man, this Mischievous Chimera is proving pretty difficult to get rid of. Sorry, and the FNG. What's an FN? When you say the FNG, what does that mean exactly? I'm not following, unfortunately. Oh, effing new guy, got it. That makes good sense. Storm's Wrath, eh? I'll bounce my Chimera back again. But yeah, Dual Cat. So this is the Mischievous Chimera deck that you had me build with channel points a little while back because it's fun. Turns out it's a fun deck. An FNG command for stream, right? So whenever the new guy does something really awful, or yeah, whenever the new guy screws up, shout out to the new players. I like that, Austin. Well, as long as you're running Pirate College. And I think we just win here. Boom, baby. Yes. Mischievous Chimera tempo, it works. Woo! You'll love to see it. When they take spot right is up, keep trying to do something before drawing. Actually, that is something that's in the game. You can set a stop there. Thank you, Austin. And thank you, Crimson, for the game. I appreciate that. Yeah, it finally didn't draw a God draw. Who knew that you could actually have subpar draws against me on stream? I had no idea. Yeah, usually Crimson draws the nuts against me and just like combos off by turn 4, and there's nothing I can do. Usually, but not today. Oh, that was the Taunter deck? Nice. Yeah, so the mischievous Chimera brings it home. I was pretty happy with that. All right, so what do we got? We got, you know what? Double Temple of Abandon. We got the Glass Casket, Felidar Retreat, Lotus Cobra. This is all good stuff. Feeling good about this. Terror, get in my hand. Fervent Champion. That's a card. I'm tempted to Glass Casket that, but I think Lotus Cobra into Yasharn is going to be a better play for us. Actually, wait a minute. We're not going to be able to Yasharn unless we top deck an untapped land. Dang it. You can copy and play with no regrets. Right, Mob Psycho? That's what I like about this deck. No, smashing the Cobra. We're stomping the Cobra, rather. Because you got to stomp the snake, baby. You got to stomp the snake. Man, we even drew the thing we needed. Dang it. Oh, well. Not the end of the world. Another Glass Casket. You know what? We're going to have targets for it. Let's get rid of that Fervent Champion, because if they drop another one, I'm going to be super sad. It's just so wholesome, right? Absolutely. The new net deck. Just wholesome mid-range decks. I'm all for it. Yasharn, the Implacable Earth. It's implacable. Oh, to storm ranked with ham decks. Oh my goodness, Austin, that would make me super happy. You know, they're all over on Aether Hub. Your Secret Brawl deck has gotten decent chunks of downloads. That's awesome. I love it. Dude, guys, that would make me super happy. If just a bunch of my decks ended up hitting the ladder, that would make me super duper happy. Mid-range, baby! You know it. Felidar retreat, let's go. Making that cat beast. A ham-only ladder run. Austin, that would be fantastic. That would make me super happy. Made an MTGO here, otherwise I'd be all for it. You know how the Command Zone is sponsored by WotC? Yes. Well, I know Game Nights is sponsored by WotC. I don't think the Command Zone podcast itself is. Let's go Terror. Felidar retreat. Let's get rid of the Rimrock Knight. Seems decent. But yeah, Game Nights, absolutely. Yeah. Spent the money I had getting another set of clothes. That's probably for the best. And they quit because we had the value. They didn't get... yeah, when it's out, you tear. It's true. Imagine they put the Game Nights token as purchasable cosmetics. Ooh, that would be really slick. Yeah, no, I like that a lot. Summon a bunch of Jimmies. That'd be awesome. Using Cranko to summon Jimmies. Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, they have Jimmy, Josh, and what, Craig Blanchett is the zombie token, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, they have all kinds of good ones. Only downside is to go full Viking with your wardrobe. It ain't cheap. I can imagine, Austin. Okay, Cassius Marsh. Yes. Oh, isn't it Maria for the... Isn't Maria the cat token? Yeah, that's awesome, dude. No, I'd be all for that. The fan game nights. I should Snowblind. No, that would be fun. Let's turn this into a red mana source so we have access to Bone Crusher Giant on 2 and 3. Require them to code customizable token skins and get permission from each and every person on the tokens. That is true. So I can imagine that would be tricky, but man, it'd be so cool. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. They did. No, she isn't the biggest, but she's got a solid following. Echo Temple. Yeah, Felidar Retreat's pretty solid. I can work with that. No, she's not the biggest, but she's pretty solid. Yeah. Oh, Lady Danger actually works on the show. She's actually one of their editors, if I'm not mistaken. Rada, the Heart of Killed. Let's go. I think so. Yeah, I think she was independent, then she signed on to Game Nights. All right, what do we do here? I think we Banishing Light that Heliod. Because Heliod has an opportunity to get out of hand, and I don't want Heliod getting out of hand. That would be rude at best. I probably should have Lotus Cobra'd first there. Yeah, could have thrown the Lotus Cobra, then followed it up with Banishing Light. Turgrid's Lantern. Ooh. Orzhov Turgrid. Sacrifice an ally permanent, discard a card, or lose 3 life. I don't like any of these options. I'm going to just lose 3 life, I guess. Mother of Runes is a thing, but right? Let's make a Cat Beast. Punch with Rada. The sacrifice an permanent or discard a card. Let's go ahead and discard Glasket. 1 mana, protect anything 1 timer. Yeah, no, Mother of Runes is fantastic. Hey, Dean, how's it going? I am having an awesome week. I hope you are also having an awesome week, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yasharn, nothing wrong with that. Let's stomp that selfless savior. I appreciate you, my dude. Thank you so much. Yes, Adventure does put into exile. Glorious Protector. Hey. That's rude. I love that expression, by the way. What's good, I think, is a great way of saying hello. I'm gonna lose 3. That's fine. So if someone grabbed an adventure from exile with an effect, can you nullify the second part? Potentially, yes. There is actually a hand disruption card from Throne of Eldraine that does go after cards in exile. Also, cards like Dranith Magistrate that prevent you from casting spells from anywhere other than your hand would work against adventures. So yeah, there are options. And I'm hoping we top deck a land here or get a land. Actually, you know, we have top deck. I can see my top deck. I don't know what I'm talking about. Malrag, the Fury of Akum. Let's go. Picked it up from one of your good friends in Canada. That's awesome, Austin. I think it's a great expression. Oh, you're playing a tournament this morning in 30 minutes? Do okay, that rules. What game? Oh, it's 3 life. I'm fine with that. Eternal, nice. And Selfless Savior's back, naturally. They don't know how to respond, right? And yeah. I'm gonna keep losing life. I don't feel good about it, but I'm okay with it. Luris, that's a card. That's a very good card, as a matter of fact. I think we just win. I think we won this because Yasharn is gonna get 2 lands into our hand. Got him. Yep. Yasharn's going to get 2 lands to our hand. We attack with all, play a land on the second main phase, untap, swing again. Yeah. Push your feedback into creation because I want to expand on the deck building. And thank you for the follow, Swamp Man. I appreciate it very, very much. Deck building because I'm using Commander, but no. Yeah, Takabana, that deck is just really solid. Like, I don't know what else to say. I think you've actually put together a really good deck there. And I can see the Commander influence coming through, but it works. Ooh, Sigrid, nice. Yeah, so no, you're good. Bring a deck that's all true drops. Nice. Yeah, Brawl is a lot more streamlined than Commander. Yeah, so no, you're good, man. MTG Scrim, let's go. Yeah, the Commander formula kind of works. You got to dial it back a little bit, but for the most part, you know, if you shave a couple off, but in general, if you think of building a Commander deck that's a little over half the size of a normal Commander deck, yeah, it generally works out pretty well for Brawl. Don't love it. This is better. Let one Mare go. Even-handed Golem is your favorite card in that game? Oh, yeah? What is it that even-handed Golem does again, Dual Cat? Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't recall. Rada, the Heart of Killed. And every now and then I go into the announcer from Saturday Night Live. I don't know why, but yeah. Rada, the Heart of Killed. Do not even hit the Golem, draws 2 cards for every 2 mana, and your text even nice. Toski! Toski, what up, dog? If you're not a dog, you're a squirrel. What up, squirrel? I'm still in deck tech mode. Thank you, Austin. Let me get out of deck tech mode. Gameplay mode. Haha. Thank you, thank you. And Toski must attack. Straight into Rada, but it doesn't matter. And Toski is about to get banished. Yeah, Toski's about to get banished from whence he came. No deal, cat. That sounds like fun. And Rada has first strike. Not that it's relevant here. And they do have a Faceless Haven down. I need to not forget that. Oh, thank you, Power of War. I appreciate that very much. No, and ultimately, I'm here to have fun. And I want to make sure that you guys are having fun too. Yeah, so no, I'm not super competitive. It's all about having a good time. So thank you, Power of War. I appreciate that very, very much. I also have this Yorn deck. Ooh, excellent. Please do. You have my attention. Yasharn, let's go. Big Pig, let's do this. Why else would I be up, right, Austin? I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you for being here, my friend. Let's go red there. And we can use this to stomp on one of their Florahedrons, because this seems like a nice thing to do. Except for the part where I said nice, because it's not really nice as far as they're concerned. Ran through. That's rude. How rude. Now, they are down to 2 cards in hand. That seems pretty decent. Yeah, they were really banking on Toski drawing them some cards. And I did not let them. Mwahaha. Yeah, Austin, I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. And Duo Cat, for you to get up at like 3:30, that's insane, man. I really appreciate you. Do we block here? I think we blocked the QB. Ow, my face. Doesn't feel good. Don't love it, but what you gonna do? Except cry about it? All right. Sometimes you just gotta cry about it. That can go in as red. Let's give Rada Vigilance. Boom, baby. Rock on, dog help desk. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Rick came down and was like, "What are you doing? Go to bed." It was like, but hamstream. Oh, thank you, Austin. I appreciate that. No blocks. Come on in. Welcome to my face. Hey, Wooberg deck gets another 500 down or another 50 plus downloads, dude. Takavana, that rules. I'm glad to hear that, and I'm not surprised. That deck's got some potential, man. Yeah, absolutely. And just like that, ooh, you should have blocked first. Yep. Oh, canceled. Good call. Good call. Because if I have a land in my hand, which I definitely do, I win this game. Yep, so we punch for 7 there. That feels pretty good. Man, Mareg is so good. Mareg is so good. Love that card. Questing Beast, the QB. At it again. QB Faceless Haven. Let's go. Got him. All right, awesome. That felt really good. Almost a plat 2. I'll take it. So this Naya deck currently has a 73% win rate. Holy cow. For real? You know what? Let's see if we can sneak one more win in with this thing. He's not bacon grease tier good. Fair enough, Grape. But still, it's good. It's really good. Yeah, no, you can't do links. The auto model will flag those. Yeah, no, you're good, man. No worries at all. Just go ahead and post the links in the Discord. And Takabana was actually the one who suggested this combo of Terror of the Peaks and Yasharn. So I gotta say, thank you for that. Birth of Meletus, that's a very good card. All right, this is a very control-heavy hand. Yeah, it's a very controlling hand. Let's see. This can't be vetted while live isn't the best idea. Yeah, no, great. That's definitely a good idea. No, because in general, you just want to make sure that nobody's spamming or nothing crazy's happening. Get rid of one of my glass kits. That's fine. I've got 2. Rada, the Heart of Keld. All right, because we need to hit our land drops. We need to hit them yesterday. Yeah, no, great. I completely agree, because you never know if somebody were to just pop in out of nowhere and throw something malicious in the chat. This is Aether Hub is whitelisted since he's sponsored, unless 2 different things. Actually, I haven't thought of whitelisting Aether Hub. I have my mods have the it's based on the user privileges, so mods and VIPs can post links. Yeah. Hey, Toxic, how's it going, my dude? No, you're good. Speaking of links, yes, no, so yeah, Cardboard Live is, you know, I gave the Cardboard Live the moderator privileges so that it can post the deck list. Hey, Phyrexian Dog, how's it going, my dude? Welcome, welcome. Aether Hub and Team Aether are the same corporate entity, yeah. How's it going, Phyrexian Dog? I appreciate you, my dude. Thank you for being here. I'll let one of my Yasharns go because they're legendary. So Toxic, we are playing a Naya Midrange deck, which is super duper fun, not gonna lie. I know, I am gonna be late. So this is gonna be the last game. Yeah, the last game, then I'm gonna have to jet to work. Oh my goodness, I am not loving this, not gonna lie. My last game, we're gonna get mana screwed. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad. Banishing like the most annoying thing, right? He'd call in sick. I want to. No, I'd love to. Let's go sailing. Oh my goodness, dude, I'd love that. For real, that'd be so much fun. The Yorn Brawl deck you posted in the Discord. Excellent. Takabana, I'm definitely going to check that out. Yeah, Power of War. I've been at it for 2 hours. Yeah. Which is my usual. I stream Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're getting mana screwed. This does not feel good. Yeah, so it's 2 days a week, but it's 2 hours a day, but 5 days a week is my schedule. Rent a boat so we can go hit the lake. Here, I thought you meant Sea of Thieves, but okay. Gotta make that bread, right? It's true. Okay, Grape, you got it. Don't want to catch those hands. Yeah, no, gotta go make that bread. And actually, things have been crazy busy at work recently, in a good way. Maureg, the Fury of Akum. We can't cast it anyway, so yeah, what are we gonna do? Go rent a boat so we can go play Sea of Thieves on it. Play a sailing game while sailing on a boat. That makes me so happy. That sounds like a lovely way to start the weekend. Yep, nope. Okay, Grave, you got it. Immersion at its finest. Absolutely. Don't worry, Grape. I am going to go to work. I am going to go to work. Don't worry. Although, actually, here in Michigan, we did receive... Soul Shatter. That's rude. Here in Michigan, we did receive a really nasty snowstorm last night, so I'm thinking I may have to work from home, just depending on how passable the roads are. My record, you can't. That's a fair point, Toxic. The real question, can you bite into a whole coconut? Ooh, I don't think so. Yeah, I also can't stay underwater by eating fruit instead of breathing. But you can do that in Sea of Thieves. So yeah. Yeah, Power of War, I am from Michigan. Yep. And as we like to do here in Michigan, I'm from around there. Yeah. Yep, from the Mitten State, you know it. Oh, Power of War, you're from Michigan too? Nice. That rules. Yeah, and Mareg, we're never going to cast him, so let's go ahead and let him go. That's awesome, dude. Glad to hear it. There we go. Yasharn, it's about dang time. About diggity dangity time. I should have waited till Doom Foretold was gone. Haven't been paying attention because we've been getting mana screwed this whole time. Already had the hand trick before. Oh yeah, nice. I believe it. Yeah, no, that's a pretty common thing because we're all carrying around a map of Michigan at all times. I was just eager to hit my land drop. I was beyond eager to hit my land drop. I should have waited. He wants to plan a trip to Lake Erie for a day and have you join if you want. Probably late spring, early summer. Hey man, if it's safe to do so, that would be a blast. I would love that. No, a nasty snowstorm yesterday. Crash frozen shut this morning. I believe it. No, Power of War, I absolutely believe it. No, I had to make a run out to the dumpster last night, and here in my apartment, and oh my goodness, it was not fun. Too busy playing Sea of Thieves with a buddy. Nice, CC, it's all good. How's it going, my dude? Welcome, welcome. No, and I understand how immersive Sea of Thieves can get and how it can pull focus. It's all good, my dude. No worries at all. Yeah, Austin, you're it's working. Oh, suck at aiming with cannonballs. Oh no. Yeah, no, you keep converting everyone. It's true. Yeah, Austin, it's working. Yo, you defeated the Kraken? Nice. Oh, neither of you have played before and you killed the Kraken? CC, that rules. I love it. I haven't gone up against the Kraken yet, but my first time going out with Austin, I killed the Megalodon and it felt awesome. I'm not gonna lie. State slapped you technically. I mean, kinda. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting slapped by a map of my state. Yeah, you're not wrong. Pirate Community College, there it is. He's gonna force me to discard if he knows what's good for him. And I think he does, because this guy's wrecking me. Each player discards a card. Don't love that. I'm gonna go ahead and let the Lotus Cobra go. I'm really putting all my eggs in the double Terror of the Peaks basket. It's better than one map. Slap! 2 maps, right? Those big spirit ships are harder than the Kraken because they shoot a lot of cannonballs. I believe it. And we're going to hold off on hitting the land drop because I want to get the benefit of Felidar Retreat. Freak Libation, that's actually pretty darn good. So we haven't seen Turgid yet, but I guarantee that's in this list. I guarantee Turgid's in this list. I've already pointed out the mid, you're only about 2 hours. Nice! No, Power of War, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm in the greater Ann Arbor area. Yeah. Oh, your hair's gotten so long, Grape. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah, no, and Sea of Thieves killing stuff is exhilarating. Absolutely. No, and Sea of Thieves actually just... Generally, the experience is pretty exhilarating. Not gonna lie. Causing hijinks on the high seas is just delightful. No, and Grape, I understand. Actually, my beard has gotten pretty ridiculously long at this point. They're going to force me to sacrifice this Terror of the Peaks somehow with a Soul Shatter or Farika's Libation. Yep, GG's. Yep, we're out. And unfortunately, the time has come. I do need to get ready for work. Shoulder length now? Nice. I'm just really good at repairing the ship, which is so easy. Suck at driving. Yeah, CC, I'm actually not that great at helmsman either. But no, that game is super fun. So yeah, we're talking about Sea of Thieves, everybody. For anybody else who's interested in getting into Sea of Thieves, highly recommend. All right. So this has been super fun. This Naya Midrange deck has some potential. It's got some legs. It worked pretty well. The Land Destruction Troll deck, not so much, but now we know. Beard and hair length. Oh, Austin, I'm sure you got me beat. I know it. But no, this has been super fun, you guys. This ship is being in with a patch of holes, right? You'll be playing it on stream in 2 hours. Nice. Actually, yeah, everybody, if you're not following Austin already, definitely go do so. Let's see. Let's throw a raid out here. Let's see, everybody. Eon Morris is online. Let's go ahead and give him some love. Looks like he's got a new logo too. You gotta love that. Great on best of one ladder, right, Mob Psycho? Absolutely. Shameless plug, you know it. Make mid-range great again. You know it, Mob Psycho. You guys get me. Absolutely. All right, everybody. So let's go ahead and throw this raid out. You guys are the best. I love you all. And yeah, I'll be back on Monday, if not some point over the weekend. Yeah, you guys are fantastic. I'll catch you next time. Take it easy, everybody.
If you look under your channel points, a lot of the times I don't just play chat because everybody wants to play.